Well, out of nowhere, but also kind of expected since we heard Take-Two and they had to delay Grand Theft Auto 6 into May of 2026. So we're still more than a year out from this game. But because of that, and because they had their investor stuff coming up here in about a week or so, we kind of figured they would drop the trailer, the second trailer for GTA 6 here pretty soon, at least before that. And indeed, they did. This morning, they just posted it. And it is one of those things where the internet reacts immediately. The trailer already has over 1.7 million likes, and so the view counter it's just stuck. It's kind of broken there. But based on what we saw with the first trailer that got more than 200 million views very, very quickly, this is going to do something similar. So it is a huge event right now in gaming, and I wanted to take a look at least at the updated website that they have up, and then also talk a bit about the trailer itself. So if you guys enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what your thoughts are around some of the stuff that they've posted, that being Rockstar here today with the GTA 6 trailer too. So over on their website, we have the full update here. And yes, they do have the new date. They have a little scroll effect there with GTA 6, the logo coming in, almost a transition out of the end of the video or something. But yeah, coming May 26, 2026. We were waiting for them to update this because up until, I mean, honestly, this morning, it still just said 2025. So that was the other aspect. PS5, Xbox Series X and S. No mention yet of PC or, I guess, Switch 2. But the way they do these things, we're assuming PC will just follow up in 2027, which, yeah, it's not exciting to hear for PC players, but that's just the way Rockstar seems to be doing it. Now, in this, they do kind of explain a lot more of the story, because with trailer 1, we had a lot of out-of-context clips. We also saw Lucia and her in prison, but then also out of prison. So they just kind of connected some of these scenes together without exactly telling us what happened. And it appears that Jason was kind of needed as he sort of bridges the gap between Lucia in prison and Lucia out of prison. So in this case, say Jason and Lucia have always known the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of criminal conspiracy stretching across the land of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So as I was watching this trailer, they, of course, did everything they could to establish Jason and Lucia there as a couple who is in the world of crime. They show him immediately just slapping people up at a convenience store, it looked like, and taking the money. I do like in the beginning they had this the scene of him fixing a leak on the roof. So obviously that playing into what happened with trailer 1, where it leaked out online early and it was a whole thing. Now they show off a lot of these animations. In fact, if we go here, they have an entire, so they explain all these different characters, which is cool. So we have a good idea, at least, to some of the supporting cast along with the two main characters. So I do like we have a conspiracy theorist that's part of it, which is really funny. Way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. I have a feeling that can lead to all kinds of crazy side missions, or at times maybe even they play into the like Bigfoot and UFOs are a big thing in the GTA universe. So I assume he's going to be there maybe to lead us to things like that, which could be fun. And I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of like weird things in the game that are found, mysteries that stretch on for years and years. That is something that makes it really fun for Grand Theft Auto with the community, is them sort of theorizing and trying to figure a lot of this stuff out. So I feel like he's the perfect character, clearly, to kind of push that forward. But then you also have like Booby Ike, who is like the owner of different clubs, big legitimate empire spanning real estate, strip clubs, and recording studio. So for the most part, it looks like there are a lot of interesting characters here that are at least across all different parts of Leonida, we'll say. They showed a lot with some of the police and different cops and stuff. Look like they'll be part of the story. So it does seem like there's going to be a lot going on here. Here's Raul Batista, confident, charm, cunning. He's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest reward. As we heard at the beginning, Jason and Lucia had a heist gone wrong, so kind of see how he'd play into that, I guess. But after you kind of go through all the different characters, they have places, so they'll go over the different locations, of course, Vice City being at the top, as expected. Trailers, and then, which the new one's there, and then downloads. And I was looking through the downloads, so the videos, they mostly show off some of the animations that look kind of crazy, actually. That's the thing about this game. People online right now are struggling with how good this game looks. I mean, just the animation alone, I know it for some people it's going to be so basic. This entire thing right here, this 1 second clip, I mean, you can just see the screenshot there, looks crazy. So it does say it's captured on PlayStation 5. I don't think I've seen a game look like this ever. I mean, you can let me know. This game, just all the stuff they've shown so far, does look like that next generation leap people have been asking for. I know screenshots can represent a game in a much better light. And I mean, that is completely true across the board for many games. It's usually when you see it in motion. But after seeing the trailer and then seeing some of these screenshots that they're posting, they say it's in-game. And people are having a hard time, like, okay, are you sure it's really in-game? But then there are certain things in the trailer that kind of make it look like it's in-game. So one example is when Jason's on the beach, look like working out, bench pressing. And some of the girls that walk up, the characters, when they walk up, look kind of like what you'd expect NPCs to walk around like and sort of react in the open world. So that scene in particular looked very in-game to me. Now, it's when they zoom in on different characters and show things that they're doing, I go, wow, okay, that does look kind of unbelievable. But, of course, when it's doing some of these, where some of these screenshots are from, you would assume they're kind of in-engine events that are happening where they can pan the camera around to certain angles and they can dress it up a bit better with expected lighting. So I don't think it's going to look exactly like this when you're running around. But I think it's going to look close. And that, again, that is crazy. A lot of it is, of course, art direction and just overall talent they have at Rockstar. And the amount of time they've had to just work on the game. I mean, like, the scenery here looks crazy. Like, the buildings, the whole set here. But then, again, you see these little characters down here. They do look like what you'd expect just NPCs roaming an open world to look like. So, I mean, we're still, again, more than a year out. The biggest criticism with the trailer today is that there's no gameplay. And that is absolutely correct. They haven't shown anything from the player's perspective. You just sort of going through part of a mission, whether it's robbing a bank or pulling off another heist. And they've kind of shown us a lot of, they say in-game, but kind of like they show in-engine, and again, the camera isn't where you'd expect it or where it's going to be when you're actually playing the game. That's mostly what we've been seeing so far. And it does kind of follow their formula, their strategy here, which is they show... So for GTA 5, they kind of had like a trailer for each character sort of on the build. They had a lot of trailers, I remember, for GTA 5. A lot of media for it, and they would show off some of the different characters, and they'd get their own trailer almost. And there were a ton of screenshots as well. But then they did show the gameplay, and it looked better from what I remember at that time. So kind of the same with Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. So because I've seen in the past them be able to meet some of the standards that they have then advertised ahead of time, I mean, I have no reason to believe that this massive, massive release won't have the attention to detail and kind of the care that's been put into some of these screenshots and some of the videos and animations that they've shown off here. Like, I have no reason to believe that it won't look this good when they do release it. It is funny, though. A lot of these are like 1 second clips of just characters animating and kind of moving a little bit. But like that, this scene here looks crazy. Like, just the movement animation, like even a little explosion there. So... I mean, it's impressive stuff. It's what you expect. And the trailer right now, again, it shows a lot of the relationship between Lucia and Jason, and it's going to play into the reported Bonnie and Clyde kind of storyline. So I really like what they're doing here with this game, and I'm extremely interested in the story, the world, the side missions, the characters they've shown so far. It looks like good stuff. Now I just need to see if the aiming and the shooting and the controls and stuff really are more modernized, because I fired up GTA 5 last night, which kind of coincidental now that I'm thinking about it. And that's definitely a game from 2013, is what I'll say. So I'm hoping that they do have a lot of that sort of figured out, and that's the next, I assume, big step for them is to show off how exactly the game is going to play from the player's perspective. But let me know what you guys think about this down below with the trailer. It's about 2.5 minutes long that dropped, and then a huge media dump of information, screenshots, little videos, backstories, all of that. Even full-on wallpapers you can use. So they updated all of that, which is really cool. You can grab those. Look, they even have it they have it landscape, so you can get it for your phone if you want, portrait. So a lot of really cool stuff here. Let me know what you guys think, though, down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.